Hello everyone and welcome to Sabonis. Today I'm going to show you how to make a classic Italian bread that is perfect for any event. And this is the focaccia. But where does this wonderful bread come from? The origin of the focaccia goes back to ancient Rome, where they made a bread called panis focaccius, baked in a focus, which is a kind of heart of fireplace. The focaccia we know today has its roots in Liguria, in the northwest Italy, especially in the city of Genoa. There are many types of focaccia. The Genovese, made with olive oil, coarse salt, and those famous dimples. The Roman focaccia, which is taller, and even the focaccia dolce, that is sweet version with sugar, honey, or fruits. But today I'm going to prepare my own style. I want my focaccia to feel more artisanal, perfect for an afternoon of a good conversation, coffee and bread, full of flavor, color and texture. So let's not waste any more time, my mouth is already watering. Let's get to the recipe, and as always, enjoy the video, and at the end I will summarize all the ingredients so you can write them down. There are many ways to make focaccia dough. One of them is this method, which takes time but is very easy, and you can make it all in just a single day. And here's the best part, no kneading required. That's right, no kneading bread. So let's start weighing our ingredients. Remember, always use the same scale for both liquids and solids. Don't worry about conversions, 1 gram is equal to 1 milliliter, so just set your scale to grams and you'll be totally fine. We'll start with 400 milliliters of warm water. The water should be between 100 and 120 degrees Fahrenheit, so the yeast activates properly. Next, add a little honey, about a teaspoon, around 10 grams. Honey helps activate the yeast and also give texture to our bread. Finally, add 3 grams of active dry yeast. Mix well and let it rest for 8 to 10 minutes until the yeast looks cloudy and bubbly. That's how you know it's active. This step is important because it confirms that your yeast is alive. You don't want to go through the whole process only to end up with bread that never rises. If there are no bubbles, your yeast is probably expired or damaged. So fix it before moving on. While the yeast activates, let's measure the flour. We'll use 2 types, 300 grams of bread flour and 200 grams of double zero flour, the same one we used for the pasta. It's a higher protein content. So in total, we will have 500 grams of flour. We add salt and mix it into the flour. Now, add the yeast mixture into the flour. Mix everything together just until combined. No kneading, just mix. Cover the bowl and let it rest for 1 hour or until it doubles size. You can cover it with a lid, plastic wrap, or my favorite trick. I use these disposable shower caps. They are inexpensive, reusable, and work perfectly for covered bowls. It is time for the first stretch and fold. Have you ever seen those videos where bakers press on big fluffy dough full of bubbles? This is how this texture is created, by stretching and folding the dough every 30 minutes 3 or 4 times. The fermentation produces carbon dioxide, forming the bubbles for make the crumb airy and beautiful. So let's do our first stretch. Wet your hand so the dough doesn't stick. Grab it from one side, stretch it up, and fold it over itself. Keep rotating the ball and repeating the motion until the dough feels tight and resists. About 15 stretches. Then let it rest for 30 minutes. After 30 minutes, this is our second stretch and fold. Wet your hand so the dough doesn't stick. Now, stretch it only 4 times, turning the ball as you go. Then let it rest for another 30 minutes. We are coming back 30 minutes later. Again, wet your hand so the dough doesn't stick. Stretch and fold 4 times around the dough. You'll see it becoming more elastic and full of bubbles. Rest for another 30 minutes. While the dough is resting, do not forget to subscribe to this channel if you haven't already, and give me a like. It really helps me a lot to keep sharing more Italian and Peruvian recipes with you. 30 minutes later, we are in the 4th and final stretch. Repeat the process, 4 stretches, fold over and rest for the last 30 minutes. Now it's time to prepare the baking pan. Grease it generously with olive oil, base and sides. This keeps the dough from sticking and helps toast to the bottom. Almost like shallow frying the bread in the oven. Place the dough gently in the center without deflating it. Cover with plastic wrap and let it rise again until it doubles in size. About 1 hour, depending on your kitchen temperature. Now preheat the oven to 450 degrees Fahrenheit. When baking, place the pan on the lowest rack so the bottom gets maximum heat to that crisp base. Okay, now comes the fun part. Once the dough has doubled, drizzle plenty of olive oil. Remember, focaccia is all about olive oil. Oil your fingers and dimple the dough by pressing down gently, spreading out to the sides. Be careful not to pop all the bubbles. These are what give focaccia its amazing texture. Now it's time to decorate and season. Start with chopped garlic, a touch of black pepper. Then arrange asparagus spurs like flower stems. Use strips of red onion to look like leaves. And have a cherry tomatoes like blossoms. Then a few small pieces of sweet peppers in red and orange for more color. Finish with black olives, oregano, and coarse salt. Bake at 450 degrees Fahrenheit for 25 minutes. Then check and leave it longer if you like it darker. Okay, I baked mine for 30 minutes in total until golden brown. My focaccia. cheerful and decorative, perfect as a centerpiece, and of course packed with flavor, color, and texture. Now for the best part. Let's cut it. And taste it. Delicious. Powerful flavor. Crust in the top, crust in the bottom, very soft inside. Beautiful. I love it. Perfect. Let's recap all the ingredients. For the dough, 200 grams of double zero flour, 300 grams bread flour, 12 grams salt, 400 milliliters warm water, 10 grams of honey, 3 grams active dry yeast. For the topping, olive oil, 3 garlic cloves minced, black pepper to taste, 4 asparagus spears, half red onion, 12 cherry tomatoes, 1 small red sweet pepper, 1 small orange sweet pepper, 5 black olives, oregano, and coarse salt to taste. I hope you enjoyed this recipe and you'll try it at home. This one is perfect for a cozy afternoon with coffee and family. Don't forget to leave me a comment, tell me how yours turned out, or what special recipe you'd like me to make next. I'll see you next video, and remember, as Nonna Saboni always said, there's no better ingredient in a recipe than the love and care you put into your food. Arrivederci!